Tell me if this sounds familiar. One moment you're calm, the next you're snapping at your partner for chewing too loudly. You're in a meeting and someone's pen clicking makes you want to hurl it across the table. Or out of nowhere, you're teary, flat, or completely overwhelmed. If you've been wondering, what is wrong with me? I promise you, nothing is wrong. Your hormones and brain chemistry are shifting, and that's why emotions can feel unpredictable. Today, I'm unpacking how hormones and neurotransmitters affect mood during perimenopause and menopause, how this shows up at work and home, and what you can do to self-regulate, recharge, and get support. Welcome back to Hot and Healthy Menopause. I'm Nicole van Hattem, your menopause coach and your retreat-loving guide through this midlife adventure. Mood is chemistry. Your mood is chemically controlled by neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, GABA, and cortisol. Hormones such as estrogen and progesterone play a key role in how these chemicals work in your brain. When hormones fluctuate, as they do in perimenopause, your neurotransmitters wobble too. That's what drives the mood roller coaster. Serotonin and estrogen. Serotonin is your happy chemical. It lifts mood, reduces anxiety, and keeps thoughts positive. Estrogen helps your brain use serotonin more effectively and stops it from breaking down too quickly. When estrogen falls, serotonin uptake decreases and you burn through it faster. Serotonin is like sunlight shining through a window. Estrogen is the clean glass helping it stream in. When estrogen drops, the glass fogs up, you get less light. That's why you might feel flat, more negative, or spiral into darker thoughts. Progesterone and GABA. Progesterone, it's nature's chill pill. It enhances GABA, your calming neurotransmitter, the brain's brake pedal that slows racing thoughts and supports restful sleep. When progesterone falls, your brake system weakens. Your brain is a busy highway. Think of it that way. GABA are the traffic lights and progesterone powers them. When progesterone dips, the lights flicker or go out and cars zoom everywhere. That's why you're lying awake at 2 a.m, thoughts speeding like rush hour traffic. Dopamine. Dopamine is your reward and motivation chemical. It makes to-do lists satisfying, sparks creativity, and keeps life joyful. With declining hormones, dopamine levels dip. Wins don't feel as rewarding, motivation drops, and joy feels muted. Think of it like your brain's internal cheerleader has lost its pom-poms. You tick off a task or finish a workout and think, what's the point? Cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone. Normally, it peaks in the morning to get you going, then drops at night so you can sleep. But during perimenopause, falling estrogen and progesterone make cortisol spike more easily and more erratically. Think of cortisol as a smoke alarm. Normally, it only goes off if there's a fire, but now it's so sensitive, it blares every time you make toast. That's why small things like traffic, chewing, emails feel huge and you overreact. Here are some reflection questions. Ask yourself, do you notice patterns in your mood tied to sleep, cycle, or stress? And where do you feel these changes most strongly? Is it at work, home, or both? Let's be honest, sometimes the danger isn't real, it's just life. Your partner's chewing sounds like a jackhammer, your colleague's pen clicking feels like torture, and as one client told me, Nicole, I nearly divorced my husband over how he eats an apple. This isn't you going crazy, it's biology. Your tolerance filter has thinned because your hormone buffer isn't there anymore. So how can this show up at work, home, and in your decision making? At work, it can mean overreacting to deadlines or feedback, losing patience in meetings, struggling to focus or motivate, withdrawing from team discussions. And at home, snapping over chores or the way they breathe, feeling overstimulated by noise or clutter, pulling away from intimacy or social life, making impulsive decisions when emotions run high. So here are a couple of reflection questions. Ask yourself, how is this affecting my relationships? And where do I need to pause before reacting or deciding? Here are some practical tips for self-regulation and recharge. At work, take 2 to 5 minute reset breaks. Use calming breath work before meetings. Block focus time to avoid overwhelm. And step away when irritability strikes. After hours, protect sleep, cool, dark and screen-free time. Nourish with balanced meals. Move daily, walking, yoga, weights. Add joy rituals such as music, reading, creativity, and journal or meditate to discharge stress. And get support. Work with a coach or therapist to gain perspective. Talk with your doctor about whether menopause hormone replacement therapy could help you, and join a support group. You are not alone. Communication. Not excuses, but support. It's important to help others understand what's happening, not as an excuse, but as an explanation. At home, you could say something like, if I step away, I'm choosing calm, not rejecting you. And at work, you could say, I'm focusing on self-regulation so I can bring my best. This helps others support your choices instead of misreading your actions. And remember, prioritizing self-care is not selfish. When you regulate and recharge, everyone benefits. Your family, your colleagues, and you. So if you've been thinking, why do I lose my cool more often? Why does chewing or clicking drive me mad? Why do I feel overwhelmed by things I used to handle easily? The answer is hormones and brain chemistry. And the good news, you can take steps to regulate, recharge, and get support. Step 1, go back to episode 168 in this podcast and listen to my 8-part perimenopause starter pack. You can find it under courses at NicoleVanHattem.com. Step 2, work with me one-on-one for tailored strategies. Step 3, leaders, HR, or business owners, bring me in for a workplace webinar or training. And yes, I can help you have those conversations at home too. I'm going to leave you with one final reflection question. What's one small action you can take today, at work or at home, to feel calmer, clearer, and more supported? Until next time, stay hot and stay healthy. Thanks for listening to Hot and Healthy Menopause. If today's episode helped you, please follow the show and share it with a friend who's also navigating the transition. And remember, you'll find my free menopause symptom tracker, retreat recommendations, and more resources at NicoleVanHattem.com. This is your time to thrive, and I'll be right here to guide you through it.